So welcome back my friends to another Fallout 4 video, and today I thought I'd do a bit of a compilation based around 8 things to know in Fallout 4. So this is mainly going to be for kind of like you new players out there, and there's even a few things in there that I've kind of thrown in myself after being on a third playthrough for some of you existing players out there that should hopefully help you guys out within this video. So there's going to be a few generic things in here that some of you guys out there may know, and there should be a few things in here as well that should hopefully help you guys out. So as always, hope you all do enjoy this video today, or at least do find it helpful. And before that being said, let's get straight into this. So one of the first things that I do want to mention in this video, and I can't stress this enough, do not join a faction just yet. Wait until you get the Ballistics Weave Armor mod, and basically what this enables you to do is it adds a defensive stats to certain clothing items that don't have any armor rating at all. So for instance, I could apply this Ballistics Weave onto some Dirty Army Fatigues that once again have no armor rating whatsoever, and I can give them an armor rating to of upwards to the max 110 damage resistance and 110 energy resistance. And bearing in mind, this is just on some Dirty Army Fatigues. The same thing can be applied to certain hats such as the Fedora, once again bringing that damage resistance from 0 all the way up to 110. And the best part about all of this is that all of this stuff that you can apply this Ballistics Weave onto can be worn underneath your normal armor. So if you're wearing combat armor plus this Ballistic Weave armor, you can greatly increase your armor rating by a substantial amount, and it's by far the best things in terms of armor rating or general armor rating outside of power armor that you can do in Fallout 4. Now the crafting ability Ballistics Weave itself becomes available from Tinker Tom after completing certain quests for the Railroad faction. Now granted, you do not have to join the Railroad faction to actually get these, you just have to complete some of the quests for them, and then you can go off and join any faction that you like. And I believe the quest becomes available after completing Boston After Dark and Mercer Safe House, and the main quest for this is one of those jackpot missions that you can get from Pam to secure the DIA cache, and there's several different ones that she may give you. It's just as simple as going to the area, clearing it out, and then reporting back, and then afterwards when reporting back to Tinker Tom himself, he will then give you the ability known as Ballistics Weave. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how you can do this, there will be a link down in the description down below to a video I made based around this, so you guys can get this very early on or as early as you can, and of course go ahead and join any faction that you like from that. Another tip that I have for you guys, this is mainly for you new players out there, is to do with carry weight management. This is something that I really did neglect on my first playthrough of Fallout 4, and there's several things that I can really tell you guys about carry weight management. Some of the more obvious ones is to, never carry around your junk items with you. Junk items in general are used for, settlement building, weapon upgrading and armor upgrading and stuff like that. So there really isn't a need for you guys to carry that kind of stuff around. So always put your junk items inside of your settlement workshops. So, obviously that takes a big chunk out of your carry weight right there. Other things like, just carry around the weapons that you're only going to use. Never carry around too many weapons with you, because once again, you will end up finding yourself over encumbered a lot of the times with that as well. And one of the main things that really caught me off guard with carry weight was the aid section. This is something that I really did neglect, and it was one of the main things that was making me over encumbered, and it's mainly down to chems and stuff like that. I always say that 3 things here really: either sell chems if you don't use them, because some people don't actually use them, either use the chems that you have quite often, or combine them. In fact, if you're going to use them, you may as well combine them anyway, because combining them together with other chems makes them better in general, and of course sells better to your carry weight. But the aid section is something that you guys may want to take note of as well. If there's anything in your aid section that you don't think you're going to use, make sure that you sell it, because some of the chems can actually sell for quite a pretty penny as well. So it's just something worth noting there. But just take care of your aid section, make sure that there's only stuff in there that you're going to use. If not, get rid of it, and that should hopefully help you guys out as well in terms of carry weight management. Something else for you new players out there is to make sure that you get the special book inside of Sanctuary. This is something that you'll come across very early on in the game. In fact, at the start of the game, Sanctuary is a place that you will have to go to. And inside of the original house that you own, I do believe in Sean's room under the bed or near the bed that he lays in, you will find the special book that gives you 1 special point to use for your choosing. And something else for you early game users out there, you may want to invest in the Blacksmith, Gun Nut and Armorer perks very early on, or as early as you can in the game. These of course give you access to the highest ranking modifications for your weapons and armor, and of course when fully upgraded. And in general, these are something that you want to get as early as possible, because upgrading your weapons and upgrading your armor is some of the best things that you can do in terms of damage given as well as damage received. Something else that I do want to mention is do not underestimate melee character builds. This is something that a lot of people underestimate, even including myself on my first playthrough. But one of the best things in my opinion in this game right now, for me at least, is my melee stealth character build. It's one of the most fun ways to play, and honestly one of the most deadly ways to play if you choose the right perks. One of my favorite perk combinations for a stealth melee character build is a mixture of Blitz as well as Ninja combined, which kind of turns you into a deadly teleporting assassin, which uses the sneak damage modifier to your advantage. And literally while playing this way, you can literally just one stab any enemy in the room while using that, as well as kill everything within seconds. Definitely one of the most fun ways to play. And if you want more of an in-depth tutorial based around the character build that I use for this, once again, a link down in the description down below to a video you can check out based around that. Another tip for you kind of new players out there is to get Dogmeat as a companion and invest in the Lone Wanderer perk. This is something that if you really want to keep Dogmeat as a companion will definitely help you guys out, and it's something just to invest in very early on anyway, because the Lone Wanderer perk stays active with Dogmeat as a companion. And if you don't know what the Lone Wanderer perk is, this basically gives you, for the first point, I do believe 15% extra damage resistance and plus 50 carry weight when having no companion with you. I believe the second stage is then 30% extra damage resistance with plus 100 carry weight when having no companion with you, and then the third stage to it is you get plus 25% damage given. So while a Dogmeat is actually technically classed as a companion, for whatever reason the Lone Wanderer perk actually works perfectly with him, and of course the abilities from Lone Wanderer still work while you have Dogmeat as your active companion. So just see this as kind of like a benefit of having Dogmeat whilst, you know, having extra carry weight as well as extra energy or damage resistance. So this is something that is very good, or helped me a lot in the early stages of the game. If you still want to go out and get other companions, you'll still be fine, but it's just something to invest in very early on for you early game users out there. And for the final two things, the first one here being a very easy way to make caps. This is something that you can generate yourself using water purifiers. So if you go to any of your settlements and build a couple of industrial water purifiers, and of course build generators to actually, you know, power them, these will actually give you a bunch of purified water that will eventually go to your workshop. So you can just build a couple, you don't really need to go too overboard with this. And then what you'll do is, once you've got it all set up, you can go out and do a couple of quests in game. Every few hours, come back to the workshop, there should be a bunch of purified water in there. And not only is this good or a great stim pack replacement for you guys, but it also sells for quite a lot as well, because you're generating this yourself. And this is probably one of the best ways to make money in the game, or caps in the game, in a legit manner. So just something to take note of there for your own kind of business setup, I guess you could say, in Fallout 4. And the final tip, although this may seem quite obvious, I do want to mention this because I had a comment on a video which I couldn't help but laugh at. This was one of my unique weapon guides on one of my top 5s, I do believe it was, based on unique weapons. And some guy commented saying that he basically jumped down where Krenva's tooth is like this puddle of water, and he jumped down there in his power armor to go ahead and get the weapon. And because of course it's in water, he couldn't get back out in his power armor. So of course it was down there and stuck, and there was nothing he could really do about it. So although it's quite obvious to some, you know, some people may not know this, but you can't swim in your power armor. So just note down that if you're trying to cross the land where there's water, don't go down there in your power armor, because there is a very good chance that you're not going to get back out. And that, my friends, is a wrap up of this video today. I just thought I'd throw in a couple of kind of, you know, things that you may not know, I guess you could say, for you new players out there. This is mainly based around that. But I also thought I'd throw in a couple of my own kind of things that I've experienced myself after playing through for the third time. For some of you, you know, experienced players out there, or existing players out there that, you know, maybe even deeper into Fallout 4. So, of course, as always, if you did enjoy this video today and do want to see more videos similar to this, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. Your support, of course, is always greatly appreciated on the channel. And if you're interested in top 10s and top 5s and top 8s on Fallout, this is the channel for you. I've done a bunch of top 10s from top 10 round unique powerful rare weapons, top 10 armor, top 10 mods, a bunch of top 5s and top 10s you will find on this channel. And if you want to check out the full playlist of top 5s and top 10s that I've done, you can find the link down in the description down below. But anyway, once again, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you guys are new around, and I'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.